Hi everyone. When you start talking about the GitHub Copilot, words fell short about the ultimate code completion and suggestion tool. Powered by Codex models and machine learning algorithms, Copilot analyzes your code, understanding its structure, context, and semantics to provide accurate, on-the-spot suggestions for completing code snippets and fixing errors. Before you begin to actually start writing your code for any programming language, you must lay down the strong foundation. As rightly said by Abraham Lincoln, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe, glorifying the need of setting up a strong foundation. So you must be very clear with the intermediate step in programming between the initial planning stage and the stage of writing actual executable code. So here, the first challenge that we will solve using GitHub Copilot is a Java program to print passed or failed based on the student's grade. So for this, first we'll do a demo without GitHub Copilot, and then we'll see the demo with GitHub Copilot, instructing the GitHub Copilot using the pseudocode or English statements. So I'll create a new class named studentgrade.java. So let me start with this. So I've written this code for calculation of grades of a student. If the student scores above 60, then he is declared passed, otherwise he is failed. So let's run this program. And the output is as expected passed, as 100 is more than 60. Okay, now let's see the demo with GitHub Copilot. For this, I have to install GitHub Copilot plugin in my community edition of IntelliJ, which I have already done. So let me take you through it. So I'll go to the file, I'll go to the settings. Inside settings, in the plugins, you will type GitHub Copilot. So GitHub Copilot installed, it is already installed for me. You can click on install button and get this installed. So I'll close it, and now we'll see the magic of GitHub Copilot. So what I have done, I have created a class named student grader, which is different from the students grade class, just to differentiate. Now this we are going to implement using the GitHub Copilot. So what I'll do, I'll remove this class and keep it empty, and I'll start typing the comment. So I'll give a multi-line comment. So as I told you, the foundation for any programming language is the pseudocode, is the English statements which even the non-programmers can understand. So let's start with that. Can you see GitHub Copilot is auto-suggesting the comment itself for me? If student's grade is greater than or equal to 60, I have only printed till here, and it has auto-suggested me the following statement. So it is equal to or greater than 60, print passed, else print failed. So if I am okay with the statement, I can press tab, which I am okay with, and I press enter. And you can see the code is generated for me within fraction of seconds. If I am okay to accept this solution, I can click on tab and the whole code is enabled for me. I can run this main method and check the output. So as you can see, 70 is greater than 60, the if block gets printed which says passed. And if I change the value of 70 to 40, it should print failed. So as expected, the output is failed. Now, when continuing to write code and adding more comments, Copilot begins to understand the whole context of the code through its AI capabilities. With the context, it auto-completes comments mid-sentence like we have seen it. Now, if you were writing this code, all you had to do was click tab to accept it, like we have done it. So this comment was written in plain English, as you can see. GitHub Copilot still understood the intent and made the appropriate suggestion. So I'll give you one tip here. The tip is always write good comments and docstrings. If your comments are written in an unnatural language, it can be tough for Copilot to understand the appropriate intent. So let's go back to our slides. So next challenge that we'll try out with GitHub Copilot is another pseudocode, where the pseudocode says set total to 0, grade counter to 1. While grade counter is less than or equal to 10, input the next grade, add the grade into the total, and while set the class average to the total divided by 10 and then print the class average. So what we'll do, we'll show the demo without GitHub Copilot and then with GitHub Copilot. Okay, so let's go back to IntelliJ and create a new class. Now let us just create a new class for the pseudocode which we have just discussed in challenge 2. Let me create a new class in com.stackroot package. And now let us start writing the code for this. So here we have written the code for the pseudocode which we have discussed. And now let's run this program without GitHub Copilot. So as you can see, enter grade. I'll just enter grades. Total of all grades is 460 and the class average becomes 46, which is true. So this was without GitHub Copilot. Now let's see how GitHub Copilot will do this for us faster. So let's see the demo with GitHub Copilot. So I have created a class named average of class, which is an empty class for now. Now I'll ask GitHub Copilot to write the implementation of calculating the average. So what I'll do, I'll remove it, and with the use of the pseudocodes, I'll instruct the GitHub Copilot to do the implementation for me. So I'll start writing the comments, multi-line comments. I'm saying set total to 0. See, it is automatically suggesting me the next point. Set grade counter to 1. Yes, I need this. I click on tab and accept it. Again, it has auto suggested me the comment itself. While grade counter is less than or equal to 10. I accept it. Click on enter. It is asking input next grade, which I am okay with. Enter. Add grade into total. Yes. Add 1 to grade counter. I don't need this. So I can remove this comment and I can add my own comment, which is end while. Then it says set class average to total divided by 10, which I am okay with, and I click on tab to accept it. And I'll remove this extra characters. And print class average is the comment suggested by GitHub Copilot, and I'm okay. I press tab to accept it. So here this pseudo-code language is also understood by GitHub Copilot, and based on this pseudo-code comment it will suggest us the code. So let's press enter. Press one more enter, and voila, the code is here. The public class average of class has been created for us with the whole code. If I am okay with this code, I'll press tab to accept the solution. Only thing I need to do is I need to import this scanner class and our code is ready. So if I click on this run, enter grade, so let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10. So total of all 10 grades is 460. Therefore, the class average becomes 46, as 460 by 10 is 46. So this is how GitHub Copilot automatically suggests the comments too. So here comes another example, another challenge which we will solve using the GitHub Copilot. So the challenge here states that write a Java program to find the number of passed and failed students and raise the tuition fees if the count of passed students is greater than or equal to 10. So let's see it with GitHub. So I'll create a new class in this Copilot demo package. Name as pass fail student count. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll remove this and start typing the pseudocode. Can you see it is helping me to even write the comment? And if I'm okay with the comments, I can press tab and accept it. But let me write some comment. Initialize pass student count to 0. Initialize failed student count to 0, which I am okay with. I press tab, I accept it, come down. Initialize grade count to 1. Okay, I am okay with this. And while grade count is less than or equal to 10, okay, it is matching my suggestions. Input the next grade or the next result, I'll say. Okay, I accept it. And if the grade is greater than or equal to 60, no, which I am not okay with. So input next exam result. If the student has passed, increment the passed student by 1, yes. Else, if the student has failed, increment the failed count by 1. Print the number of students who passed and failed, okay. Now I want to give my own condition. If the number of passed students is greater than or equal to 8, then print raise tuition. Yes, I want this. So I click on tab and accept it, and I close this comment. I come out of it and let GitHub do its magic. I'll press enter. Okay. Press tab. So it writes the whole code for me. Can you see? The whole code has been written, and if I am okay with this, I can press tab to accept it. Okay, let's run this. So as we can see, number of passed students is 4 and failed students is 1. Therefore, the raised tuition has not been printed. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 students have passed and only 1 student have failed. So if I just add few more students, okay, I believe we have crossed 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We have crossed. So yes, as expected, the number of passed students is 10, number of failed students is 1, and it has also printed the raised tuition. As we have asked, if the passed students count is more than or equal to 8, it should print a raised tuition. So this is how GitHub Copilot makes things easier for us. You did not have to type a single line of code. It was just the comments that matter to the GitHub Copilot. We started writing the comment, and even in the comment it started to autocomplete it, which we have seen in our previous examples as well as we'll see in our upcoming examples as well. Now let us see another category of challenges which GitHub Copilot will help us to solve. The first one will be to write a DSA function to reverse the elements of an array. So what do you think? In what time will you be able to write the code for it? Let's check it out. Let's see the wonder of GitHub Copilot. Okay, so let's create a new class. Array elements reverse. I am removing this class and I'm just typing one comment. DSA function. Can you see DSA function? I just typed this much and it has auto suggested me to reverse array from start to end. So let me write my own comment. Reverse the elements of an array. So it is auto completing it. So I want to accept this and I'll click on tab, click on next, enter. Voila, the whole code within fraction of seconds. Exactly same code which we have written in our reverse elements. If I am okay with this, I'll click on tab to accept it and I'll click on alt enter to import the scanner, and let me run this program. So enter the 5 numbers 22, 34, 12, 23, 67, and you can see the output 67, 23, 12, 34 and 22 all in reverse. So next challenge which we can demonstrate is to find the biggest and the lowest numbers in an array. Now let's see the beauty of GitHub Copilot. Remove this and write the comment. Find biggest and lowest number in array. It has suggested me this. I'm okay with accepting it. I'll click on enter, and yes, if I'm okay with the solution, I'll click on tab to accept it, and I can just now if I want to run this program, so 8 numbers, let's say 90, 89, 87, 88, 86, 76, 45, 13. So biggest number is 90 and lowest number is 13, which is true. So that's the beauty of AI pair programmer Copilot, whose main feature is its autocomplete function. When typing a function description, for example, Copilot completes the whole function before a user finishes, which we have seen in all our examples. That's not it for the powerful Copilot. It has a lot more to it, which you will be seeing in the later part of this series. Thank you.